this is Elodie, and this is another makeup session. And today we are talking about our highlight and contour palette. So let's get highlighting and contouring. We do have a special application brush for this, but I want to show you that you don't need a special application brush. You can actually even use your fingers a lot of times for this. So in the compact, you have a very pretty pearlescent but very natural shimmer and a really generic but beautiful contouring color. This is the one you start with. And contouring is essentially a shadow. If it's a shadow and it's a shadow you want to highlight and let's try that again. A shadow that you want to accentuate, we add contour. If there's a part of your face that you want to highlight or bring forward, we highlight that spot. So I'm using one of our little mini brushes, and I'm just going to put it on the side. I'm not doing as if I would a blush where I want it on the tips of the bristles. I want it on the side of the bristles. And it's just a gentle swoop. Colors on the brush. Tap excess off. And now, generally the contour you're going to do is the cheek, your chin, you can do it under your lip, your nose, and temple and forehead. You, of course, can go very dramatic and go extreme with this. You can do your neck. You can have fun with your décolletage and all those kinds of fun things. Or you can be very natural and very quick. I'm doing my quick makeup here. So I'm going to, not all the way at my ear, kind of like skip a spot, brush in. If you need more, you want more definition. If you find it hard to find where your cheek naturally is, fish face. Another tip, which sometimes depending on the type of style of makeup you're looking for, if you're looking for a softer look, if you want more chiseled, if you do the fish face and flip your brush upside down, the color is there. And I'm going to really put the color on the bone, not so much in the hollow. It will lift. So I'll do that on this side. So you can see, I'm trying to get the light better here. This is on my bone and this is in my hollow. And there are different things to play with. So it is fun to be a girl and play with your makeup. And I definitely invite you to do that because that's the best way to find out what looks good on you and how you like it. And depending on your application and, you know, when you're going out every day or you're going to work is very different than if you're going to a wedding or glamorous thing where you're going to be photographed. You know, have to play in preparation for those things and try to have fun. So whether you like it in the lower part of your cheek or needing that extra lift, that is up to you and have fun with that. Now we can do the chin. So if you have, as I, jowls starting and all that, it is helpful to have a better brush than this to apply to get a real crisp line, but I'm going to show you can do it with this. So again, I'm not putting it on the ends, I have it on the side, and I'm going to lift my chin up and contour my chin. I'm doing it that way, and then you always want to blend down. I'm not going to blend up onto my face. I'm blending down because I want to create that shadow, emphasize that shadow. The other place you can contour, which is something that I practice and I still need practice because it's just something that it takes skill sometimes to do very particular things. I try to contour my nose, and in order to remove this wide section, instead of just having the color on the side, I actually end up having to come up on top of my nose, as you can see, and create a straighter line because that is highlighting something that I don't want to be highlighted. I want it to shrink. The shadow is essentially shrinking that. So I'd put the color on the side of my nose and I will try to go up right there in that center and highlight. This is very gentle highlighting, of course, with a very precise kind of brush, which would be more something like this. I can do more precise application, of course. And now this is, I'm dabbing the tips and I'm going to highlight the shadow portion of my nose. I'm not highlighting things that I want. I am pushing them into the background. That is essentially what you're doing. If you are shadowing it, you are kind of pushing it into the background. If you're highlighting it, you're pulling it forward. Just as if you see me right now with all these shadows, these are the things that I am shadowing. The things I'm going to put the highlighter on are all the parts that are forward. But you have the choice as you contour and highlight to kind of shift that and make it play for your features, and you have a little bit more control of making those things disappear or be highlighted. So just for an example, your jowl line here marks, not jowl line, the frown lines, because you are having a natural shadow cast there, you can make that more prominent with a lighter color in your foundation key, and also with putting on your highlight in that area. If you're highlighting above that area, I did a very gentle, like kind of a triangle, is the natural triangle there. My favorite to highlight is the upper part of your lip. Whether you have a very prominent edge to your lip or you don't, it's just a great spot to highlight. And it's a very soft, subtle shimmer, which is a really good spot. Some people like to highlight the chin to pull it forward. When you're doing your makeup, you naturally, so we have our contour, and in this space here is where we put our blush. And as you can see, I did not point to here. We put our blush here. And then we're going to put our highlight right above that, like basically accentuating what is the eye socket. So we're going for that. I want to highlight this part of the face and make our cheek more to like pop forward, and then push the bottom of our cheek in. That is essentially what these products are doing. But you'll see it's just a beautiful shimmer. It's not a sparkle. It is not something that looks like you borrowed your teenager's makeup, because if you can't tell, there's grays there. I'm not in my 20s anymore because I would normally do those kinds of things. I borrowed all my mom's makeup and she never saw it again. And now your teenager's going to want to come see what you're doing and your tips and tricks. So again, I can highlight this portion of my face and just give that little bit of kiss of a glow. And then you can also do, which is fun, the brow bone up here. If I flip, I have this little chiseled brush. If I flip it over, I like to highlight in here. And you can see that just that subtleness, no shimmer. Well, there it is. It's beautiful. It makes you feel beautiful, and it is not a heavy makeup look. And I love that because this is really subtle, beautiful colors. And it's coming in one palette, which is great. Easy, thin, compact to take with you. Great for traveling. It's great when you have a little set of these mini brushes because it's super useful. Like literally the same size of the compact. So I hope that you enjoy your highlighting and contouring adventures. Take before and after photos to show yourself what it's doing for you. It does make a difference if you're out in sunlight. If you're going to be photographed, you will want to be a little heavier handed, but be cautious that when you do things like your nose, or you're making a very prominent chin or highlighting those things, if you don't have those features naturally where you're getting that cast of shadow, when you turn your head, it's going to be very obvious. So going more aggressive is great for photography. It is not so great if you're walking around and seeing your people and they can actually see the profile of the very dark. So you want to be careful that you are blending and that you are doing multiple things that your brushes are touching, so you're not just whoosh and done. You do want to blend and give that effect. And because I'm going to be blending here, I'm putting on my highlighter. I'm leaving my little gap for the video where I show you where my blush is. But blending is one of your best things to do. And always blend with clean brush. Simply get a tissue. I always use a washcloth, a clean washcloth, and it just quickly removes the excess, because you may not see that on the color of your bristles. You may not realize how much product is in there if you don't wash them on a weekly basis. So it builds up. It'll be there even if you think it's not there. So sometimes you just start with what you have on your brush and then build up from there. And I hope those tips and tricks help you and give you some confidence to try highlighting and contouring, because it really does give you a new dimension into your makeup, and it's something that is fairly easy to learn how to do. If you see shadows and you like them where they are, follow them. If you see something that's brightly spotted and forward, and you love your cheekbones, you love your eyebrows, and that, highlight them. That's what you can do with makeup and just accentuate your natural beauty. Thank you. This is Aloe Day.